Right. Lots of ground attack. Yep, I'm being kept watered. Thank you very much. Hi, Fulham Tower. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone, today. Today, we take the war to Germany. All right, I'm gonna throw these guys in. I'm going to actually railroad everyone in and then promptly run out of supplies. Out of the way. Details. What have I just researched here? It was a 1944 fighter. Okay, let's go and spend some of this. We'll go and get that. I always click the wrong buttons for this. Let's modify this. We're going to put maximum engine on this. I think agility is most important on the fighters. That's 280 with max engine. I can probably go for a bit on weapons. And a bit more agility. Reliability even. Take that weapons down. Reliability 100%. Save. And build one of those. We're well off for fighters. We can actually start expanding out to the war in the east. But having said that, I do think we're going to end up with a war with the USSR. They've done absolutely nothing so far. So I predict that's coming. Right then. Medium tanks. Go. Light tanks. Go. And then we spread out. We get the lights to spread out really fast and just go down there and cut all these guys off. Let's see if my cunning ploy works here. I've got cavalry in there. I should probably pull those back. Or at least get them off that front line. We've got an agent captured. Ooh, let's go and have a look at this. How do we do this? Operatives. Operations. Can we capture cipher? Does it just come up there? Does it say where this is captured? Oh, we were trying to flip Spain to democracy as well, weren't we? It's going. It's at 12%. All right, I would like to run an operation to get him back, but I can't see any options. It's actually kind of hard, I think, to make my way around the bloody intelligence stuff. What can we do? Can we root out, control, diplomatic pressure, propaganda? I'm not getting any options there. I don't know. I didn't read where he got captured. Screw him. He'll find his own way out. The war will be over by the time he gets executed anyway. Right, it looks like the lights, believe it or not, the light tanks are going to be the ones to make it out of there. What went in? Give me... They're on defending at the moment. Tell you what, let's get over there and take that bridge. Can we just, like, counter-strike down here? Try and go for this big cut-off. Or is that not going to work? Throw some cavalry over there. Help out. Don't think that attack's going to work, is it? Sadly. We can try, though. We can put more stuff in. We've got Regensburg. So that should help with supplies. I think I can pull my cavalry out of there now. Let's just bring them... Having said that, they are the thing that wants to be in the front, but not in a big, extended, long front like that. That's ridiculous. Right, let's delete the order. And when we next get a breakout, we're going to try and go... For what? Frankfurt? We could try and swing round Nuremberg, Frankfurt, and then link up with the back of here. That would be a bit cheeky, wouldn't it? Let's bring the entire army over here. I feel like I should keep on going with these medium tanks until they run out of juice. Got in there, that's good. Let's hope something moves up to help cover. Bring that cavalry over. Just get the break out somewhere. Some more light tanks in there. No. Oh, no, no. It might go. It might go. It's looking a bit shaky, but it might go. What I should do is have attacks from 2 different regions into it, because that will go a lot better. We are on the move now. The other thing I could do, of course, is try and double up this. Just go around the back there and just cut all that off. That would also be a good move. This is taking some pushing through. Hang on. Cavalry's come to a halt. Let's go across that one where they're not expecting it. They're defending hard there. It's because of this damned river. I think that is the problem. Also, tanks trying to go across rivers. Maybe not the best thing. Not you. Let's try some of those from there. Some from there. And see if we can just bowl across there. With a bit of luck. Nah, it's not looking good. Alright, stop it. These attacks are not working. We need another way in. Once it gets to a situation like that, and we're just trying to bludgeon our way through, things don't work so well. Like the supply situation there, for example. We've got rivers to cross everywhere, haven't we? I would probably roll up medium tanks down here, actually. I think that would be the way to go. Let's hold off with the cavalry. Having said that, they are about broken, but they're reinforcing heavily. And this would be the time to shift the front and then move things and liberate Belgium. To keep the fronts moving like that. I do want to try and get this cut off, though. However, we're going for a much more controlled cut off now, so let me get the cavalry out of there. It did its job. Let's bring them up to Rhymes. Just ease off on the supplies there. And then let's get the medium tanks in. I should have built some supply planes. I think that would also help with trying to get supplies and stuff moving at the front. Would have been a good move. But we didn't do that. Close air support, I suppose. 44. What else should we be working on? 44. The artillery stuff. I don't think that's such an issue. We don't see many tanks around, so we will go with logistics. We are working up anyway. Technology. Oh, we should maybe start down the atomics. But I'll get some better close air support on. There are a lot of flipping divisions in there. Do you know what? Let's pull the whole lot off. Colonial industry. Yes, we were working this up, weren't we? Global integration, resource gain efficiency. Another research slot, please. Let's take... I don't like leaving it like that, because they do look very vulnerable to being cut off in there. But do I think... with that supply status... it's pretty bad. Can I quickly get things improved? What's the supply status like? Let's take a little look here. It's really bad all the way up here. I think we do have railways going... No, maybe we don't have railways going through. Okay. We'll have one going through there then. So I think this has been linked up. Yes, this is linked up going other ways. That's why it's really bad. Right, in that case, we need to just get that off. Click on that and upgrade railways. And where's the other one? Upgrade railways. Alright, so that's going to take some time. And they're in better situations. I could bring the Marines over. But again, we're not helping ourselves with supplies if we do that. So, let's pull everything out. We'll switch sides. And we'll go in... I think we go in... 5, 2, 3. 3. We can go in through Luxembourg. Hold. Yeah, let's go and let's take those rivers. Let's go up here. Get them out. Use the benefits of interior railways. A bit exposed, yeah. We're a bit exposed. I have confidence that my folks will hold the line. We've got some good divisions in there. I don't see them making any sort of attacks. If they did, it would be across there, wouldn't it? That would be the thing to do. I was thinking I was going to get an amazing cut-off, but it never happened. Germans have been very passive, and I think once they... I think they'll shift a lot of this force over to the other front pretty quickly. I don't think they have much good stuff in the way of offensive troops, though. I don't see any armoured divisions anywhere. Right, we have the cavalry in place. We're going to go up this one, aren't we? So as soon as our troops have recovered our supply status, we're just going to set them off. Medium tanks will be leading the way. Supplies should be... they are improving. It's just the cohesion I want up, really. I think we'll be able to batter our way through that fairly quick. Alright, I'm going to launch them off. Here we go. No! This is not the time. But it's good that we've got logistics company, because I'm going to go straight in and research the next one as well. Send in the panzers. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong side, isn't it? We'll have light tanks in reserve. We should have cavalry ready to go through after this. It always comes up just as I'm about to click on something. We've got more Belgian exiled leaders offering service than we have Belgian troops. I know, sending panzers with France. I would say they're captured panzers, but they're not. We've not actually done a whole lot of fighting of the Germans to actually capture anything. Can we, like, trigger this by doing that? Once we start knocking those out, making them retreat, we're going to use the speed of our troops to really nip up here and take everything. This is going to be... Oh, we're in! I wasn't expecting that quite so fast. Right, let's send the light tanks through to there. And we had better set the cavalry. This is what the cavalry should be for, really. No, let's not do that. No, let's cancel that order. Put them in. We'll bring them in, but it's time to initiate a few different orders here now. Let's get those out of there. So, I need like a northwest frontier force here. What's this guy?
Attention.
Okay, but I don't want all this group in here because this is going to be a mess. So we've got 1, 2, a bunch of half-trained noobs. Those were garrison divisions, so they've got a lot of raw recruits just added into that. And the third one is somewhere else. Currently unavailable. That's fine. You do not want to be in there. Let's put you in the department of whatever that is. And the training army, I'll just knock them out for now. So we've got 3 armies doing this. And we're going to form Field Marshal Command, which will then automatically assign positions for each of the 3 armies. So, something somebody asked me to look at on YouTube. No, USSR has done absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing in this. Someone on YouTube, I think it was Yorkie Swee, asked me to explain attack and defense lines on this. So we'll start by saying I've just issued a field marshal command there. It's a frontline command. So it's going to form a front line, and he's got 3 armies in his group. These 3 here, I can't see which one it is down here. It must be this one. And that's really handy for big, long borders, because they will then ensure that those armies will have enough troops to man each part of the front. So when we get big front lines like this, or big ones, or, ridiculous ones like this, you have to have multiple armies and assign a field marshal to do it. Otherwise, you'll go mad trying to do it yourself. So a defensive line is used just when you form a front line against someone, and then an offensive line. From there, we could form an offensive line, say just drawing like that, and when we press go on this button, because it's a field marshal order, he'll order the whole lot to attack to try and take this line, to expand to this. We're not going to do that because the AI are generally pretty bad doing things like that. They'll go wading in with suicidal World War I style tactics, and I prefer just to set a front line and then just punch holes in it with armor. The front line then moves, and the defensive industry just moves into the gap to fill it up and hold it against counterattacks. That's generally how I prefer to play, until we get a situation where the enemy's line is so weak, like 1 or 2 divisions in each spot, that then we can just order a general advance, and that works. By the way, if you set a front line order, it'll take a while for them to plan the offensive. And if you set it off straight away, there'll be no bonus. But the longer you leave it, the more of a planning bonus they get, as if they've got time to coordinate it, and then you get a certain percentage bonus to all your attacks and things. So that's just for the benefit of anyone wondering about front lines and defensive lines and aggressive lines. And then you also get a fallback line as well, which is really useful. I'll just assign it to someone that doesn't matter. So you can assign a fallback line saying, fall back to that. And they'll treat that as if that's the front line. They'll go and sit there. That is particularly useful in an area where your front line borders several different countries at the start of a war, like Belgium, Luxembourg, and this bit. Because as they get taken over and it becomes one enemy territory, you get odd gaps in the front lines that you've drawn. So that's why I normally draw one of these across my borders here and assign an army to it, because they won't then try and follow where the actual border is. They'll stick to that line, i.e. sit in the forts. So that can be really useful as well. It just works like a defensive line. It's just basically to force the units into those positions and not follow the border. There are times when you want to do that. Right, anyway, I hope that helps anyone watching anyway. So let's see if we can push through here. We should have troops rolling in. We're going to trust that our other units or our allies stay in place while these armies shuffle around. Always risky. Let's get, apart from one, let's get them moving up. We've always got something defending in the territory that we've just taken. And the cavalry could do with, yes, the cavalry could definitely do with going forward up there. What we're going to do here is I'm going to have to leave one of these guys behind whilst we send the other 4 up. So I want to chase this up. I want to take Amsterdam and definitely get behind the river. Should we go over the river? Let's go over the damn river. It's really hard to see where we're supposed to be up here, actually, but I think we can get all the way to the North Sea. Rush to Berlin with all power. That's going to be coming on soon, I think. The light tanks are doing well. These are the special designed light tanks that I made that are surprisingly good. If I can see the template for them. Advanced light tank. If you have a look at it, I just put a howitzer on, I think. Can we not see the gun? Yeah, it's a close support gun. So it's actually very good at attacking infantry stuff. So it's nice that we can now modify these things. So I designed it for breakthrough and attacking infantry as its main role, and it seems to be doing a good job. I don't know why the Germans haven't... They do. The AI are actually very bad at building armoured divisions. And I've noticed that generally throughout the game. Germany has some at the start, but you'll see... And there could be some in here, to be fair. There could be some armoured units in here. They're just showing us the infantry template. But that doesn't mean to say that... I mean, there isn't in this case. You can actually see what their templates are. But I don't know. I don't know. They don't. There's one there. Look. But they don't build a lot of them. There's 2 there. Okay. Well, they're light tanks. No, actually, that's a right weird mix. It's got light and medium. Generally, I think it's fair to say the AI are pretty bad at handling their own armoured divisions. Right, so where did my cavalry get to? Cavalry should be moving on, right? And then we make sure that a couple stay behind for defence. Because we're going to follow this line through. And let's see what happens there. See if the light tanks can push all the way through. The mediums have, which is great. Let's close that gap there. I'm going to leave some infantry in that spot. This is what I like about the end stage of this game. It becomes a very mobile war. And you have a lot of fun moving stuff around everywhere. And then take a couple from there. We'll go to there. And then what else needs to move? Basically, the cavalry are going faster than I can. Move up. Once that line is secure, there's something else in. We'll then start closing in a bit. Actually, let's send the cavalry across there. Let's cut those off. I'm not sure what the best way for my light tanks to get across there is. Oh, it's a retreat order? Oh, that wasn't part of the plan. But that's fine, I think. Do we get it? Yeah, we get it safely. Oh, it's the cavalry that's gone in. All right. They weren't supposed to do that. There we go. So we've got like this huge section of northern France, which is now cut off and out of supply. And at this point, I could order troops to push up. But the fun stuff is closing it off from this side with the troops that we've got here. Let's go make sure we've got that. See how this works then? So my attacking troops, the tanks and the cavalry have pushed up, and the faster stuff has pushed up and taken the front lines. And the infantry, set to a defensive order, has just come marching on behind and is now holding those front lines without me having to think about it. So that's the way I like to play this. It's nice and simple. Where are we going to break through next? Yeah, this looks like a suitable place to cut off. Let's bring some medium tanks in. And then just do that. I'm fairly confident it's going to work. And the light tanks in this group. Let's get all the lights back together. So they are doing a pretty good job. And we'll go here, I think. And we'll go attacking into Rotterdam. Meanwhile, let's send 15 divisions of cavalry through there. Let's see where we get to with those. Where are these at? Push them in. And then maybe across the river. What happened down here? So when we get to this state, I was going to say we could throw troops in from the other side at this point. But we'll cut these little pockets off. And Germany is going to be in a mess pretty soon. And all those troops have gone from this side, so if we had anything left that was offensive here, we could then start pushing out. If I had another offensive army, I have one in reserve down here, but willing for those guys just to stay there for the time being. That's looking like a very messy front line that's forming. Let's focus on one bit at a time anyway. 3 divisions should be able to, I think, should be able to do that. The Dutch government in exile. Yeah, send them home. I don't need them anymore. Let's make sure we put all that up over there. 15 divisions of cavalry to the coast, please. Maybe leave one behind afterwards. Chop that down through the centre. Where are the medium tanks at? It's just like carving them up now. It's so much fun. Hang on, that's the wrong one. That was the wrong one. Keep going. Poor old Germany. Germany has done absolutely nothing throughout the war, really. Well, I say nothing. They have conquered this area, but that's because I dragged these countries in long before they were ready. But it's all worked to France's advantage. It's worked out quite well. So the supply situation here is looking a lot healthier. I could really do with another few tank battalions. What have we got in training? Nothing. If I had another tank army, I could be attacking from the other side, couldn't I? So let's actually recruit some. Should we do some light tanks? Light tanks are fun. We'll go with 4 of those. We'll put them here. Where are my mediums? The mediums are more fun, I've got to say. And should we go for some motorized? Should go for about 8 motorized, I think. I think I've just set the orders up wrong here. Let me just... Yeah, I prefer to do it that way. That's it. That's it. The 2nd Tank Army. 2nd Armoured Corps. They both sound pretty good. And so next time we'll carve the Germans up all the way to maybe Hamburg and cut all that off. Or I could jump down there and capture that. Let's get this sorted out. So, cavalry. Did my tanks stop? Why did my tanks not go in there? Did we not make it? Be surprised if I got stopped. Hi Mordred, welcome back. How are you this fine Tuesday afternoon? I had to stop and think what day it was then. So we've got some points to spend on doctrines. Let's go and take a look. I know the land doctrine we were a bit behind in. This will give us... This is 90. I can spend this. This will give us support companies, get soft attack and organisation, and overwhelming fire. Oh, yes. We like overwhelming fire. And I think the Navy can maybe do something as well here. Naval doctrine. We were really lagging behind with the convoy escort, weren't we? Carrier subdetection. Well, escort efficiency improves if I do that. We do need that. We do need them all so bad. That's going to be 100. I can't have it. Too expensive. The German Reich has decrypted our ciphers and started to... Yes, okay. They're obviously trying to get some sort of counterattack going off. I don't think it'll do them much good. Do you? I think their days are numbered.
Attention.
Yeah, they're broken. They're broken there anyway. Let them try and break out, use up all supplies that they've got left.
Attention.
Can I capture all those? Hang on. I think we can. Throw everything in at this point.
Paré. Écoutez.
Advantages or not, we are going in.
Aux ordres.
There we go. We've helped out in Europe. It was a French offensive, not a British-American one. Did we get it? We got it. Just going to finish this bit off as well. And so, where shall we plan our next massive offensive? Yeah, Luxembourg can go home. We don't need Luxembourg anymore. I don't want Poland and Czechoslovakia and Romania to go home, because their forces make up a huge part of my army. So we need them. Best country for players, USSR. Just spam units and rush to enemy's capital. If you lose some divisions, it's sacrifice you just take. Yeah, plenty of manpower. It's nice. Nice, isn't it? But, what are the USSR doing? Were we not... do we have any spare agents? Let's have a look. I mean, someone got captured. Do we not have the opportunity? Ah, here we go. Can I not... It won't let me click on the operatives that are captured. It won't let me... I can't see them. And I want to try and break one out, but... Oh, here we go. Rescue captured operatives. Right. Prepare. So, let me put on... Who have we got? Oh, you're busy. Are you any good? Rescue operative cost and risk. Yeah, escape artist. I think. Prepare that and just go run ready. Oh, it's from the Soviet Union. Okay. What's the construction doing at the moment? Just repairing roads and stuff. That's fine. Should we start doing a bit more of... Where's the damn button to see what I can build here? There it is. Should we do some of this stuff? Suicide pills. Blueprint stealing. Commando training. Interrogation techniques.